Okay, so I'm gonna present my new business idea. I have business ideas every month, but right now I think it's a great business idea. So, the reason most people want to start a business but don't is because there's a lot of risks involved in creating a business. And the reason for this is because, first of all, you risk money, you risk time, and then you risk also being humiliated in front of your family, your friends, if you told that you're gonna be the next millionaire. Now, let me give you a promise. 99% of the population wants to be a millionaire. 99% of the population wants to quit their 9 to 5. It's the dream. Everyone wants this. Like, no one is gonna tell you, oh yeah, I want to be dependent on a boss. Oh, I want to stay in a 9 to 5. You know what? Let's make it 12 hours a day. No, it's fucking stupid. No one wants this. But the reason people still do this is because of the risks. And how can you eliminate those risks? Well, there are multiple options, but I guess the best one is that when you have an idea, instead of spending $5,000, spending 6 months on building the next startup, the next $1 million, $1 billion idea, you just validate the idea. Now, most people don't do this. Why? I don't know. They're stupid. And also, I think the other reason they're not doing this is because there's no way to do this clearly and efficiently. No one has a process that's put into place that tells you, okay, you have this idea, first do this, do this, do this, do this, and if the idea is validated, now you can start building it, and now you can start trying to crowdfund your idea, you can start to advertise your idea, you can start to build it, hire engineers, hire marketers, and all this. But most people, they just go straight to the building part. They become obsessed with the features that no one cares about. And that is stupid, and most people will tell you, oh yeah, I validated my idea. But in fact, they just ask their parents, mother, would you use this app? The mom doesn't even know how to use Google. She doesn't know how to do simple Instagram research. And now you ask your mother, who doesn't even know how to use an iPhone, if she thinks you're gonna have a $300 million tech idea. Really? Like, this is fucking stupid. Your parents don't know shit, and your friends don't either. I mean, to validate your idea, first of all, you shouldn't ask, because asking people will not lead anywhere. Most people don't know they want something until they actually use it. You don't need to ask, you need to observe the reaction to something. And by observing the reaction to something, you understand if they like the idea or if they don't. Because some people will tell you, oh no, I don't need, oh no, Google, what the fuck is that? I don't need Google. Back then, 20 years ago, before Google existed, when it was just an idea, you'd go to someone, ask them, oh yeah, what do you think about a laptop where you can do internet researches? Everyone would go crazy. Everyone would think this is stupid, this is garbage, this is bullshit. When actually right now, it's like it became the base of the society nowadays. You have a question? Go to Google. You have a stupid motherfucking homework to do for school? Go to Google. Google changed everything. And imagine if Google CEOs would have listened to people back then. There wouldn't be any internet research right now. Or, on the other side, somebody would have taken their idea. Somebody who didn't care about others' opinion would have taken their idea, and somebody else would have become a billionaire. Now, they didn't listen. And look at them now. They're billionaires. They're controlling the world. They have a monopoly over tech. And I guess everyone would like to be at their place right now. Maybe not billionaires, maybe with no such big responsibilities, but everyone would like to be financially independent. Trust me, everyone would like, unless you're fucking stupid. Let me tell you something. Unless you're fucking stupid, unless you have no purpose in life, unless you need somebody else to give you purpose in life, unless you need somebody else to tell you what to do on a daily basis, you must start a business. Now, to come back to the initial point, you must validate an idea before creating business, because otherwise there's too much risks involved. Your friends don't know shit. They're not concerned by the target industry that you're targeting. They're not concerned by the niche. They have no idea if, let's say, I don't know, you want to create a software for emails. What the fuck does your friend know about emails? What the fuck does your friend know about automating emails? Bro, your friend is in fucking high school. He doesn't know shit about emails. Oh no, I wouldn't use this personally. Well, no shit you wouldn't use it. You're in fucking high school. You're stupid. You have a low IQ. No shit you wouldn't use it. Does that mean I need to stop everything I'm doing? Oh, Mr. Andrew, he told me he wouldn't use the app. Oh, I need to stop this. No, this is stupid. You need a more scientific, data-driven approach. You need an approach that tells you exactly the percentage of people that are interested, why they're interested, in which features, what features do you need to spend time on? Because most people that create a business, first of all, they don't validate anything, but then when they start building, they start adding features, ton of features that have the shiny object syndrome. I think it's called like this. This syndrome just makes you think that the more you build stuff, the more you add stuff, the better it is. In fact, you should just focus on a few features. And how do you know what features to focus on? You need data. Data is what will make your startup succeed. Data is what will take your idea to the next level. Data is what will turn your idea into a reality, to $1 million or if not $1 billion idea. Business, I mean. Now, the idea of business that I have is actually to build this platform that will allow people for a few dozens or hundreds of dollars to validate their idea. Listen, what if you could, for $100, make sure that your idea is worth spending time on, instead of spending 6 months on building something no one wants, spending thousands of dollars and feeling like a piece of shit that's frustrated for building shit that no one wants and that doesn't even want to start another business again and goes back to their 9-to-5 schedule. What is better? Tell me. I think it's much better to spend $100, maybe 2 days, make sure everyone wants your idea, instead of spending half a year on building something no one wants. I really think that. I believe that unless you're fucking stupid, unless you're a dumbass moron that doesn't know shit, that has a low IQ below 50. I mean, even if you have like 51 of IQ, you can realize that it's worth validating your hypothesis before creating the experiment, before doing some shit, bro. So yeah, my plan is this. I want a startup that allows people to, first of all, turn their idea into something clear, something precise, something tangible, something that they can put into words. Because most people, oh yeah, they have this abstract business idea. Now, people are not in your brain. People do not understand what you think of. And if you don't use the right words, if you describe your idea poorly, people will not buy it, or people will buy it thinking something else, and then when they'll use what you actually built, when you use like your own thoughts, your own mind with your abstract thoughts, they'll be disappointed because it's not what they imagined, because you used poor words. So the idea is that first step is to describe the idea precisely. Now, for this, we will ask precise questions. What is their current problem? What impact this problem has on them? What is the root cause of this problem? How are you going to solve this problem? What are the benefits? What are the features that are linked to this problem? What are some objections that they might have? And by identifying exactly these points, your business will be something that everyone can understand easily. And then, once we identify this, the features, the benefits, the gap that you're trying to sell on, well, at this point, you need to build a landing page. Now, this is the second step. The second step is building. You're building the platform, the landing page, where the validation will go on. Now, ideally, you build multiple landing pages to make sure it's not some part of the copy that lowered your conversion rate. Basically, you A/B test your landing page. So you create multiple versions, and once you did this, you add the waitlist on the page. Now you can choose multiple waitlist strategies. There are two types of waitlist, I always say. The first type is to validate the waitlist. So you get a certain amount of emails on your waitlist, and that's it. Once you get like 30 emails, you start building the product. If it's below 30 emails, you don't build the product. Now the second type of waitlist is the waitlists, where the goal is to get as much emails as possible. Is to actually turn these emails into customers later on. And this occurs when you actually start building the business, when you actually start building the thing. And in these types of waitlists, the mechanics are a bit different because the goal is to get as many people as possible. So you add referral links, you add social networks, share and leaderboard on the waitlist so that the people that share the most your app get on the top of the leaderboard. You add some rewards for people who are at the top, so that you encourage people to share your waitlist. Now you can do this from the beginning, but I mean, sometimes it's not worth it, but you can. And once you build your landing pages with the waitlist strategy that you want, you need to advertise this landing page. You need to actually people to sign up. So you have two ways of doing this. If you have a community, you advertise to this community. If you have no community, then you need to go through paid ads. Now, paid ads, most people have no idea how to create paid ads. They don't know if they need to use LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. And once they've chose, they don't know how to create a great ad campaign. They don't know how to create creatives that will be convincing. They don't know how to create copy that is stop scrolling. They don't know shit, and people need guidance. And I believe that if we build a platform where we actually tell them, okay, you have an idea, let's identify the problems that your idea is solving. Then let's build multiple landing pages that are really convincing. Then let's build the creatives and the ads. Then by a simple click of a button, let's publish these ads on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. Let's set a daily budget that you want to advertise, that you want to use for advertising. And then you gather emails, you gather data. Maybe to your waitlist, you add a survey after, so people have entered their email. Then people can answer some questions. What features do you think are the more important? Why have you signed up? So you gather a lot of data. Then you analyze. You analyze the conversion rates. You analyze the heat map on the website. What part of the website have people spend the most time on? You analyze their sessions. You analyze basically everything, and AI can help you for some of these steps. It can help you to understand what works, what doesn't. And at the end, once you have all this data, you can judge by yourself whether the idea is validated or not. And most people, you know, it's like Google Analytics. You have a lot of data, but most people don't know how to use this data. Now, we give you all this data, but to use it, we actually use an AI. AI gets all the data and tells you if the idea is worth building or not. And now you have a scientific approach to validating your idea. You have a scientific approach to making sure your business has the most potential. And why I think this is a great business model is because, let's say you have why it's a great business model for us. Most people have an idea every month, okay? They say, oh, it will be great. Now, when you say to yourself, oh, it will be great, well, that's cool, but nothing happens after. Now imagine, oh, it will be great. Let's actually go on this app and check if it actually is a great idea. And in like 2 hours, you have something that's fully ready. You launch it for 2 weeks, then you have all the data. And after 2 weeks, you might go from a simple thought that just came in while you were in the shower to then an idea that you can actually build with an actual problem that you're solving, actual data, actual features that you know whether or not people like. I mean, this will be game-changing for the whole population because, as I said, everyone wants to build a business, everyone wants to quit their 9 to 5, everyone wants to be financially time, freedom, independent. Everyone wants to be free. And the reason most people don't do this, as I said, is because it involves a lot of risks. And when you use the scientific approach that we will provide, the risks will be eliminated. And because people have these ideas once a month, for instance, every month they might come and validate their idea. And let's say you spend $100 per idea, okay? So you have this idea, spend $100 on it. Now, whether it's validated or not, we got $100. If it's validated, then there's not a lot of purpose to use our app again. But if it's not, which in most cases I think will be the case, I think that most startup ideas are not meant to be created, but if they do, then well done for them. But if they don't, they will come back and validate other ideas, and it only costs them $100. I mean, let's say we advertise this in some way where we tell people, okay, have 10 ideas, gather 10 ideas, 10 business ideas. Then for each of them, spend 2 hours on our app. Validate each and every one of them. Now you spend $1,000 on our app, but then at least one of them will become successful. Maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5. And when we say they're successful, it's not like they're bringing you back $1,000. It's more like you get back $1 million. So it's worth investing this $1,000. It's not spending, it's investing. Investing in yourself, investing in your family, providing for them. Because inevitably, at one point, you're going to have an idea that's going to be game-changing for your personal life, that's going to provide value for everyone else, and that's going to basically change the course of your life. Because right now, you're going to have money, you're going to be independent, you're going to be free. That's what people want. So it's a great business model because people come back as long as they don't have an idea, and they know that once they have the idea, it will be worth it. It will pay back everything. It will pay 10 times more. They earn 10 times more money than they spend on us, so it's worth it. And it reduces the risks. And also I had another idea. It is that when people launch their website, their waitlist, we might do something like Product Hunt, where we send emails to people that might be interested. We tell them, oh yeah, this guy has this idea, would you mind checking out? They might leave a comment, some reactions, some features to change, some additional features to add. And basically, as I said, you either advertise through ads or through a community, and we provide this community, so it's worth it. Because once you create this app, for instance, you want to create AI automation for emails, okay? Now, some other people on our app might have told us that they're interested in emails, AI. So we send them, and we basically advertise for free your tool. And everyone wins with this. Because now you get real feedback. You get a real scientific approach. And yeah, I mean, it's the best you can do when you want to start a business. So I think this idea is actually a pretty good idea. I think that if we leverage AI to build the landing pages, help the people define exactly what the idea is and put it into words, if we leverage AI to create the copy and the creatives of the ads, if we leverage AI to get some feedback and analyze the data, then I think it's a no-brainer for people to use it. And everyone needs it because everyone wants to be rich. And the only way to be rich is to use it. So everyone needs it. It's the best business model. A lot of demand. No other option. There's literally no one doing this. No one in the industry. Some sites allow you to build landing pages in 10 seconds. Now that's great, but we will also do that. But then once you have the landing page, you need to do the campaign yourself. Some other apps allow you to manage the campaigns, but they're not all in one place. You have to pay different subscriptions. And we have this thing that if you come to our platform, it will be cheaper than paying for all of these different services, and the quality will be the same, if not better, because the user experience is much better and the data is like made for validation. It's not just data like this. It's not random landing pages. Made for validation. So it's a lot more precise and straightforward, easy to understand. So yeah, this is the idea. I think it's a great idea. But if you watch my previous video where I said my life right now is pretty shitty, I need to get to McGill, well, this is an idea for McGill. It's not something that I will build right now. I don't think I have the time to. I don't think I have the money to. So yeah, I might start building it, prototyping it, brainstorming it, but I don't think it will get really concrete for now. I think it will wait for McGill. So yeah, that was my idea.